Okay, welcome now to the indices review, and like we saw, it will be dollar index that we'll be reviewing, and then V75 of binary. So, like you saw on all FX pairs, especially which had the dollar showed strength, and it really did gain, and we can see that clearly here in the dollar index. You can see the moving averages. It's just confirming, and it moved all the way up. Mine has a bit of a spread, but it's 92.29, spread of 6 pips, so 92.35, somewhere there. 92.35, 92.29 is where dollar index closed on Friday. So, right, we can see that it moved clearly from here. That was on the 8th of June. We had one move up, we had a second move up, and just like I said with all dollar pairs, I was expecting a peak somewhere here. This is a H1 time frame. So what do I expect to happen on the dollar index this coming week whenever they do it? But I'm going to be I'm looking for a peak formation here. Either triple top, something like that. They might hold it, but I'm expecting a drop at least to around 91.50, and then we see from there it might continue to be bullish. Okay, so why am I saying that? Because I'm saying that the cycle has moved. It has completed the market maker cycle, but like just with ICT, I first want to see a breaker there before I can take the sell. But I'm expecting that this with some order blocks here, either there or there. I'm expecting these are levels to buy at. Okay, as well as your EMAs can help you, because you see price will probably bounce off either the 50 or bounce off the 200 and continue to buy. So to take the sell, wait for a nice peak pattern there, either triple top, head and shoulder, something like that there, half of Batman, something like that, and then you can just take that for a sell, because the TDI is already shaping up nicely for a sell. So just wait for that confirmation pattern over there, and take a short sell and wait for buy rejection point at just these points which I've said. So you can take your sell anywhere from even where it is 92.44, somewhere there, over 92.50 for a sell, and then your buys, you'll be looking for buys at 91.60. Can even have a short buy at 91.80, 91.60, and even further down at 91.20. Okay, so just have a look at that on dollar index. Now let's have a look at binary. Okay, so binary now, we said V75. This is V100. Last week, V100S, it didn't quite go as what I wanted to happen. It kind of didn't quite go, but Boom 500, it followed like what I initially expected, right? So you could have had a trade there, as well as with EU and EJ last week's market review. You can check. It followed exactly what we saw would happen. And boom, 500. So this week, let's see V75. You can see this has been bearish. Let me just put my, let me just put here, first of all. So normally on vols, on binary, I'll have to first of all use H4. So as you can see, this thing has given us one level down. I'm not even going to look at ATR, but we can see here, this is on an H4 cycle. You can see there's a peak. You can see this is a one level down. We had an IT50 here. This is like a level 2 down. But again, in terms of ICT, what we can see here, let me just zoom this out a bit. I can see it's sitting on it's an old order block, but it is an order block all the same. So anyway, here we can expect a buy, and we can see some 2 pins of rejection, and also the 800 EMA there. So what I can say is wait for a nice setup which can present some rejections. Wait for a nice setup which can on H1, which can present something for a buy It won't be a long buy, but a short buy. I'm expecting somewhere up to there by the 200 EMA, and then maybe this will continue to go down. Because on H1 I saw all this as one level, and that was my peak over there. Sorry, on H4 I saw that as one level, so on H4 I'm seeing this as a second level. So what I'm expecting is a short buy and then a longer sell. So just look for it at those points. Just look for it at those points. Shall I get my crosshair and let's just see where those points are, which I've marked. Anyway, here buy, and I'm saying buy up to somewhere around about 89, 39, 80, or even right as far as up to 93, 36, 81, and then take it for a sell. But around this region of 90, what did I say, 93, 36, 81, and even up to 94, 90, 48, you can look for sells there. Okay, so we use all of these, and you can see our TDI is shaping nicely for a buy. If this price line comes back down and bounce on the market baseline, you can take that buy, short buy, and then wait for a longer sell. Okay, so that's what I have. Happy trading, guys. May the markets be with you. Remember, these are probabilities. These are not certainties. Always flow with the market. Let the market come to you. You do not go to the market. Right?